welcome to all of you for joining me in today's latest and best 820 episode. Just as a different introduction, I just want to remind you that no matter where you are in this world, just consider this: it is always 820. I hope the title to this episode piqued your attention and maybe just briefly getting out of the gutter on what it could mean to get horny in the moment. Let me give you some context about that title. This is a quote that I received not too long ago from a dear fellow musician. Quote, he wrote to me this: Our horns are our voice. We sing and our fingers go where they need to go to make our voice heard. Unquote. That's a shout out to Scott, a fantastic alto sax musician that I had the pleasure of sharing the band stage with. So today we're going to talk about, again, purpose, message, and voice. Those three things, purpose, message, and voice, you got to hear that. You got to listen inside first, and before you play or announce your presence. Given that construct, then voila, magic happens, and a new now expression of what you already heard within emerges from your instrument of choice. Now, you and I, we have many instruments to choose from for expression of our individual and even collective presence. Some options we choose may not serve our best interest sometimes. But whatever vehicle or instrument we select, we present our best of and in the moment. And not just good enough. Not just good enough. It's the best we can ever do. If, and this is the qualifying part, if we can let go of the knee-jerk response to compare and compete externally or even internally. And that's why I must thank my friend Scott for that statement. Our horns are our voice. We sing and our fingers go where they need to go to make our voice heard. I inserted that magic step into the process because I have witnessed musicians, bona fide musicians, who allowed me to sit in their presence and on the bandstand to offer my best in the moment and with my trumpet. But I fall into that bad habit of dissatisfaction of what I hear, listen to, and then present. Many times, probably more times than not, I'm not pleased with my sound, my intonation, my rhythm, or lack thereof, and definitely not clear on my improvisation. But Scott said that to me, and maybe I should move that kind of observation into my own action. And patience and trust in myself and in the magic that comes just from listening. Now, certainly, I have a whole lot of practice and proper breathing to do in preparation for those big moments on the bandstand and in those small moments in the woodshed at home. The key point I must ingrain, this is a big one for me, is to sing first and then allow the fingers to go where they need to go. But man, I hate my speaking and singing and humming and even my talking voice. I know it's bad to say that, particularly as I'm recording and sharing these observations with you, to say that I hate my voice. I should say maybe I'm just not satisfied with the deep, Barry White missing resonance in my voice. So maybe I should say I don't hate it, I just want to improve on it. No, I want to present my best rendition of something more resonant. But this lesson from Scott may be exactly what I needed to hear today. And to re-listen to that guidance. And let, or best stated, to get out of my own way and to let the representation of what I heard before with a more defined presence, purpose, message, and voice of my beauty to come through. And as the true accepted by myself, the true accepted sound of my presence, and not in the future, not from the practice yesterday in my room, in the moment that I'm playing with fellow musicians or just practicing right now, to accept that sound of my presence right now. And that helps me to not only be quote unquote present, but to make sure I remember forward what that means in that moment that I have to produce. Not to recall, not to wish, to produce a sound. Not with the qualifier or caveat of, better, worse, louder, softer, thin, tinny, or quote unquote perfect. That last word is probably the best way for me to, regulate my quote unquote assessment of my playing and my sounding. Meaning, every moment is perfect because even as I'm speaking to you now, just as soon as you hear this, it goes immediately into the past. But in the moment that you receive it, it is perfect. What I say is perfect. What I'm hearing from myself is perfect. Even the A sharp that should have been a C sharp is still perfect because it is complete and also in the process of completing. Enjoy your perfect today. Stay present. Stay current. No matter where you are in this world, please remember and pass on to others you encounter. It is always 820.